working on your boat in exotic locations. If you ever find yourself wanting to tell that joke, just stop it.
This is a regret.
But this was a big nightmare for us. Oh! Oh!
It's the dinghy captain's job to keep everybody dry.
We're getting soaked! What's up, guys? Welcome back to Sailing GBU. Today we have a few boat projects we gotta do, and we were thinking that since it's been 4 months now since our beautiful refitted new boat, we decided to go over some of our regrets. That not everything worked out perfectly, and we're gonna share them with you today because we don't want to, keep secrets and act like we're just perfect and this was just a grand design.
Yeah, I mean, as you can see, I got my butter-stained shirt on, and that means old Uncle Matty's going to be getting his hands dirty today. You know, we had the best of intentions with our refit, but some of these things we just actually hate, and it's caused us to almost separate.
Forgot.
Yeah, and break up multiple times because as much as you love
What?
people,
No,
you have to I told you so them when it's months down the road. Like, I told you that wasn't going to work.
None of these are told you so.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Bull.
No.
Bull honky.
No, think them through.
Pretty sure I fought you on that sink.
You didn't.
Maybe.
He's making stuff up, guys. Let's get into our boat projects and getting on with our day.
So one of my biggest regrets was this door. We wanted to make something that we didn't have to constantly take in and out and have the slats sliding around and laying everywhere. So I made a hinge door that just you open and close with a screen, makes things nice and simple for us. But one of my problems is that I kind of followed the old design a little bit too much, and it hindered me in some ways. I should have just thrown that old companionway out 100% completely and started all new with a whole different concept, but I put it set on the inside, and as you can see here with this ridge, I can't open the door completely. I have the 180 degree hinges that I can slide them all the way out, so I wanted them to come out and lay flat on the wall so that they'd be out of the way. And at first I was like, oh, it's no big deal, but now after 4 months of sailing, I think that they're a little bit dangerous, and I only learned that, me and Kristen being the freak athletes that we are, we can always duck, dive, dip, and dodge. But when I have my old geriatric dad out here, he had a little bit of wobbly legs, and he took this thing right up the cranny one time. And he was like, oh! So I was like, you know what? I think I got to come in here and try to fix this. So I have a way that I might be able to rig it up and fix it. It'll get a little bit uglier, but I think a little more function. It's going to make it work out well.
This is where we fought over whose reenactment was better. Make sure you comment down below which one you think.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
And you open these. Trying to go, and you're trying to go, and then it swoops and goes, yeah!
So what I think I can do here is I can take these hinges out, route out some of the meat from the frame, and then be able to slide that. I only need about 1/4 of an inch to be able to get just outside that lip. That's gonna be my solution to the issue, and then I'll have a gap there that I'll be able to fill with like some wood filler, and I'll just do my best not to look at it. But that should be the solution. Since I have to pull out my router though, we might as well go ahead and get into our next huge regret.
They're not huge.
They're life-altering, damaging regrets.
So our next regret, it's not too big of a deal, is our push-out trash can. We love our push-out trash can. It works really well, but you have to hit it twice, and then you can pull it out, which is fine. Like, it worked perfectly fine right there. But right now, our trash really isn't that full, so it's okay. But what we didn't think about is that when the trash can's heavier and it's getting close to being full, it no longer wants to pop out for you that well. So you're like trying to get your fingers in here. Normally you're holding trash, so you're trying to do one hand, and it just, you don't want to end up peeling off your laminate or something crazy. So not having a handle, yes, it looks cool and seamless, but I think we just need to add a handle.
Alright, since I'm going to be routing right here and right here, I'm aware of how much dust that thing can make. So I'm going to try to tape this trash bag up on the inside so that most of the dust, if not all of the dust, stays outside.
How are you gonna get out?
I'm going to shimmy out the tip top. So out of the pack of our slider handles for our slider door, we had an extra one. So we're just going to use that on our garbage can door, and that way it's a nice, beautiful, cohesive, everything matches kitchen still. So I fired up my router here, and I was just letting it run for about 30 seconds with a blank stare on my face. And Kristen said, "Do you remember how to use this thing or what?" And then really I had to explain to her that I was just having PTSD from all the laminate. There was a Larry Laminato came back to possess me, and I said, "Oh no, Lord, don't let him in." Anyway, here we go.
Gentlemen, he still got it. Still got that Larry in him.
Your boy Larry Lamb. Your boy Larry Lamb hit it again, but now I have to move on to the next project. Alright, so the goal for this is just to move this hole for the hinge a 1/4 inch forward, maybe a little more than a 1/4 inch, and then be able to have that room to slide everything up so the door will clear. Alright y'all, so this came out, I think, better than I could have ever anticipated. It actually moved the frame out to the front of the door, so I think that actually looks a lot sleeker, and it actually closes a lot better now. It closes all the way at the floor, so I actually think it looks better when it's closed. Oh, whoa, Lord, maybe waking us out here.
Whoa!
It be like that at Christmas Cove, as the kids would say. Goodness gracious. But being at this kind of anchorage is fun because it keeps Bear in shape for when we sail, and when it's rolly all the time, she don't puke when we go. So it's actually better for your animals to go to rolly anchorage every now and again. Either way, moment of truth. Here we go. Bum bum bum. And now you can walk in, no crannies. No cranny shots.
What is that? The next thing that it's not really a regret, but we ended up, it's kind of a regret, so I don't know why I said that. We ended up getting a really large sink, and I wanted it to be rectangled, but I didn't think too much of the bottom. The bottom's completely flat, it's not rounded, so it has a hard time for the water finding the drain. Some of the rectangle sinks that you can buy have like a indentation that focuses the water down the drain. Ours doesn't. So we need to somehow tilt and fix our sink so that the water can find its way back in the drain. But I do love this sink. I love how big it is, and I have this dish rack that goes over the side, and that's what keeps my clean dishes separated. So let's see if we can fix this.
All right, so I'm thinking I can just get the sink up and get a little shim under it. I have a 1/4 inch PVC shim that I think I can just lift up, slide it under, that'll hold it up, that'll hold the counter up, and everything will work perfectly. This should be a simple fix. 1/4 inch didn't do it, we gotta go to the 1/2 inch. Alright, so I did get the front side up and it did help a little bit, and now I'm going to bring this side up and that should make it more or less perfect. We're going to see.
Bring it higher, higher. We gotta keep bringing it higher.
Am I gonna get higher and higher? All right, so that whole thing's draining a whole lot much more better, and my counter,
much more.
it's a whole lot more, much more better, and you know, it was driving me crazy, but now it's not driving me crazy, and it ain't not never going to will drive me crazy no more. And we didn't lift our sink up too much to where we can see the bad parts of our laminate, so I'm hyped on that. And check one more thing off the list. You know, a lot of people say that cruising is just working on your boat in exotic locations. If you ever find yourself wanting to tell that joke, just stop it. Get some help. Don't do it.
So the next one you may have seen in past videos, and you probably said, what the heck is that? This is a regret. It's not a regret, it's a dumb thing that we did, and we're here to embarrass ourselves like we always do. Basically what happened was we took all of our fans off our old boat. We used to have fans in all of our cabinets, and we had a fan in every room because fans are life. But we took them all down when we destroyed the whole inside to rebuild it, and we came up with great cabinet ideas. They look so good. The problem is we never thought about fan placement for the future. So once our boat was completely done and it was time to live back on it, it was time to put our fans on, and we had nowhere to put our fans.
Yeah, and I really don't want to screw through the laminate and have to run wires out onto the bulkheads, and I definitely just don't want to wire out hanging somewhere. So this was the simplest solution I could come up with for the time being. I think that would be a great video title for like to get 1 million clicks is if we said some fans ruined our boat, and we went, oh no, our fans ruined our boat, and people would think that some viewers of the channel came over and wrecked our boat, but that's actually not what's going to happen. Our fans did ruin it though.
Anyways, we don't, on my room in the V-berth, I just put in the bulkhead and it looks fine. That's fine there. It's just the salon area is where we're having trouble. And we used to like one, you know, facing the kitchen. So when you're cooking in there, you can cool down. But let us know where you guys think we should put one, if you think spots.
We could put one in the kitchen in that back corner. And then I'm thinking maybe we could, that's about all I can think of though. Maybe you could do it like on hanging on the light. That would look awful though. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm gonna have to get like some kind of arm maybe that can fold out and come out from behind the cushion when my bed's down. So I don't know.
So don't do what we did. Think about your fan placements, not just about how good your cabinets look. So first and foremost, I want to say I love my closet. I think it has a lot of good storage, but the one thing I didn't think through was the bottom pull down bar. Obviously it's made for only having a few items, and the way I built it, it's only used for few items because I have way too many tops and things that I want to hang up on it. I have like 14 or 15 items, so it constantly is pushed out and it doesn't just push back in. So that was kind of I didn't really think of it. I guess I could limit my clothes down there, but I think it's just gonna stay like that for now.
Alright guys, so we were fixing to make ourselves some sundowners here, and it actually is a great segue to our last and final regret. Obviously, as everyone knows, we put the booze locker on here, but what I didn't do was put an outlet outside of this. In my feeble brain, I said, oh, I'll put the outlets behind it so that when I close this, ooh daddy, it all looks clean. But then I have to have it open all the time to plug in my cool ice maker and all stuff like that. So
and when it's open, you can't get into the booze locker.
Yeah, it's open, can't get into the booze locker. So you got to move this, open the booze locker. My clacker broke, so I can't even keep it closed at the moment. So this was a big nightmare for us. But I think we'll get it fixed eventually. I'm going to move some outlets to the outside. I'm just trying to find where's the best place for that. Okay, so a lot of y'all been asking about Cooley's cousin, Isaac. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's me, Isaac, the coldest motherfucker in the game. Anyway, shut up, Isaac. You like that name? Isaac? Because he makes ice? I'm funny. Anywho, a lot of people have been asking me about this and saying, oh, how you like your ice maker? I actually like it a lot. When it's not rainy, we get full charge batteries by like right around noon. Realistically, so from noon to like 4 we make ice, and this thing makes an entire big giant bag of ice in that amount of time. We've been eating the ice today, but it'll fill up this whole bag in that 3 hours. So it does a great job. I say if you got the power, rip it and get it.
Last night was a very windy night. I feel like I didn't get much sleep. But that's not gonna stop me from what I'm gonna do today. Today, we are going to Red Hook. This guy's fluttering his sails, trying to anchor, and it's kind of loud, but who cares about him? We are going to Red Hook. It's an anchorage I kind of wanted to go to for a while, or at least check it out. It has a lot of bars. It's kind of like a nice area where they have tons of stuff to do, so tons of boats there, I think, and we're gonna go check it out and hopefully get some brunch today. I am doing something a little risky. I'm wearing white shorts on a extra long dinghy ride. We're just gonna take our dinghy because we think it'll be faster than taking our whole boat, so this could get wet.
So as Kristen aforementioned, it's gonna be a long dinghy ride. It's about 2.5 miles. It's blowing 30 miles an hour today, so this is gonna be a real test to me as a captain, and a lot of you captains know this with your wives and your loved ones, is it's the dinghy captain's job to keep everybody dry. It ain't easy, but I'm gonna do my best, and I think we're gonna get there drier than something.
You don't sound that confident.
is to just wrap a whole towel around my white shorts so they don't get dirty or wet. I don't know if it's gonna work, we'll see. We're getting soaked! Oh boy! I don't even know if my GoPro's gonna work anymore after that. It's not in a waterproof housing, so I gotta take a tea real quick, y'all. We're now down. I got a couple facials, but we're now down and hopefully hiding from the splash. What do you think?
Yeah, the ferry came through while we were riding the wake of those two diddy boats, and the wake was working great. It just the timing of right when the ferry came through, it made all of those wakes coincide right between current cut, and it was just a jumbled mess. There was really nothing that could be done about it, and we got soaked, and I failed as a captain.
Alright, we made it to the dinghy dock. We survived. Maybe not our best idea, but we're fine. Woke us up with a little bit of cold water to the face.
So Red Hook's like the big city, I feel like, of St. Thomas. You pull up, you get in your dinghy, and there's like a million restaurants, a million bars. There's even an adult club here, which you don't see very much traveling through the Caribbean. So it's a pretty wild spot. You know, if you wanted to really party hardy, this seems like it'd be the place to do so. But it's also got some really chill vibes. It's close to St. John, so this might be like a nice little mix of experiences in a very short area.
I'm gonna have to talk quick so I don't get canceled from copyright, but we're at Tarpon Table. Matt wanted French toast. I think we found it. Now it's time to decide mimosa or a Bloody Mary. I don't know.
I ain't getting no Bloody Mary. I can't stand that V8.
Breakfast was really good. I say go to Tarpon Table. It's reasonably priced, service was good, and it tasted good. So that was a success. We're now gonna try to go to the little market here and pick a few groceries up. How was your breakfast?
It was really good. It was a little on the mushy side for the French toast. It wasn't crispy, but you know what, I ain't gonna complain.
A good amount of items at that store. It was pretty full. Some prices were pretty good. They had a ton of stuff. We just couldn't find any propane for our grill. So we're still on the lookout for that, but we're gonna forget about it for now. All right guys, so the consensus is that the word?
Yeah.
That Red Hook's pretty cool. They have a really good market, clean, well stocked. Some things are pricey, but that's a given in down here. But there was actually, I felt like, lower prices at this nicer grocery store than at the Pueblo in St. Thomas. So, on the other end of, I guess, Charlotte-Amalie.
Charlotte-Amalie.
Other part of St. Thomas. So, there's that. And the brunch was good. And What else? Oh, we thought of another regret that was kind of a slight regret that we didn't tell you earlier in the video that we need to tell you now. So what is it?
The electrical panel. The old one from 1979. I thought I could reuse it, and it does work, but I basically need to do a complete overhaul on that thing with some new fuses because it's just old.
It's glitchy.
Worn. It's loose, so if we're in like a really rolly anchorage or we have a really rough sail, the actual breakers will loosen up and like the whole bars will come off. So that thing needs some TLC. But yeah, we would have been better off just spending a couple $100 and buying a new one. That way everything would have been nice and fresh, dependable.
They're more than a couple $100, so else we would have bought it.
But electricity is not where you want to take shortcuts. Things can jiggle loose, and electricity.
Living on the edge.
Yeah, if it don't go in a straight line, it starts going outside the lines, and then everything catches on fire, and you die in a fiery blaze.
Okay, well, anyways. Oh yeah, big thank you to everyone who bought one of our Dead Dolphin t-shirts. I hope you guys love them. We have ordered ours. We're gonna get them soon, I think in about a week, so I can't wait to wear ours. And anything else?
And those of you that don't know what the Dead Dolphin is the name of our boat. There was a whole big story about it. Do your research if you know, you know. But yeah, we're not just out here putting Dead Dolphin shirts out.
Check out our shorts. You'll see that video in there, how we came up with the name. And also check out our Patreon. We have a few updates over there, so make sure you sign up on that if you want to get some extra content. And thank you for watching. Let us know in the comments if there's anything that you thought we were going to regret that we didn't. Because, real quick, let's go over a couple things that we love, because we don't want to be negative about our
Sure, we don't want to be.
I love the paneling in my V-berth. I spent a lot of money, and it was like almost $40 a yard for the foam back vinyl. But that stuff is awesome. No mold, no nothing. Easy swipe clean. It's been awesome.
Versatile as well. We used some leftovers for our backsplash, and we've splashed spaghetti sauce over that.
And the
thing,
color
and
hasn't
great.
changed.
Yeah, that's expensive, but a quality product, quality material.
Anything that you love about the refit?
I pretty much love most of it. All of it is amazing to me. I like the fact that it's quiet. We've been through some kind of rough motors, some rough sails already where the boat's been kind of beat on a little bit, and when you're laying in a rolling anchorage, it doesn't make any sound. It's not rat, 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 rat. The only thing that squeaks is that bottom step because it's a little bit big, but aside from that, yeah, I love the quiet, the solitude, all the extra storage, and the fact that everything works properly now. I'm spoiled. I'm like the softest. I'm softer than puppy doo-doo.
Anyways, we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!